Okay, to set up the reverse lunge, we want to start with feet about hip width apart and toes pointed straight ahead. From this position, we want to take a decent step back on one of our legs. From this position, we want to think about pushing through the heel to come back up to the starting position. So a couple of things we want to consider with our alignment in the bottom position is thinking about keeping this knee just over the loop of your shoelace here. So any further forward and we're starting to place a little bit too much stress on the knee joint here and being a little bit too dominant through the quads. Any further back and we're starting to lose structure through this front leg here, and we're going to have to rely on that back leg to push yourself back up. So think about keeping the knee just over the lip of your shoelace and then pushing through the heel to come back up to the starting position. As always, think about locking out the hips and engaging the glute in the top. So some common mistakes when lunging. Just like we mentioned, letting the knees come too far forward is a big one. So again, being a little bit too dominant with the quads and the knees. Pushing through the toes and allowing the heels to come off the floor. These sort of go hand in hand. So that's something we want to avoid as well. Doing a weight shift and stepping back and putting too much weight onto the back leg and then pushing through the back leg to come up. That's not how we want to get this movement done. Too much of a forward lean through the torso is also something we want to avoid, or just any sort of unnecessary movement through the torso, side to side or too far back. We want to maintain control of the torso. And then a big one, if we get you facing another angle, very common is just letting the knees cave in when we're lunging. So the lunging movement is going to challenge our stability a little bit more than squats and deadlifts. So often, if the glutes and the hip stabilizers aren't playing their part, we're going to see the knees cave in. So that's also something we want to avoid and we want to correct if that's happening.